So, you saw David... Stop laughing, I knew you were going to laugh.
Some top 10 Pokemon!
So, you saw David's top 10 Pokemon. If you haven't, it is in the description below.
Number 10!
Oh, you're going to do the numbers for mine, are you? Okay. Number 10. Keldeo. He's a pretty new Pokemon. He's part of the Swords of Justice, and he's like the fourth one, and he was very difficult to catch in the Pokemon games. But my god, he was so good looking on it. He's a freaking unicorn. He's a unicorn. He looks amazing. A water and fighting type unicorn. I mean, what more do you want? It should have it should poop rainbows as well. Okay.
Number 9!
Gonna do that again.
Number 9!
Bulbasaur. People would say when they got Pokemon Red and Blue that they would go for Bulbasaur because they knew it was going to turn into Charizard, or Squirtle because it would turn into Blastoise. Not me. I was the 1% who picked Bulbasaur. I mean, first 3 gym leaders: Rock, Water, Electric. Bulbasaur could be all 3 of them. So I'm sorry, Bulbasaur was badass. Vine Whip. It could poison them. It could take their health and bring it back to himself. He looked badass. He looked like a little dinosaur with leaves on his back. So, for that reason, I pick Bulbasaur as my number 9.
Number 8!
They're not all meant to sound the same. And it's differentiate.
Oh yeah, number 7.
Number 8, Gyarados. And now, this is one that's going to be hard for the youngsters out there to understand, but I'll explain. When I first started playing Pokemon, I was young enough, and I was like 9, 10, maybe a bit younger when Gen 1 games came out. And there was no internet, really, so you couldn't really look things up. Like, you can look up where the best Pokemon are, how you catch them, what they evolve into, so you know what you're going to pick before you pick them. Whereas before, you had to sort of like take a chance, pay this guy $500 on the game, and get given a Magikarp. And then a lot of people I knew of got rid of it or turned the game on and off and didn't keep the Magikarp. But if you were like me, you actually needed a water type, because I picked Bulbasaur. I mean, sometimes I pick Charmander. It's usually Charmander or Bulbasaur, or So you had Magikarp, and if you trained him up and you actually took the dedication to train him up, then you were rewarded at level 20 with that beautiful Gyarados, and he looked badass. He was a badass. It was so beautiful. It was a beautiful moment you could rub in your friends' faces that your Magikarp, the one that they laughed at for splashing at you, could do a move called Dragon Rage. Gyarados. Oh. And in the second gen, he was the first shiny a lot of people got because they gave him away as a shiny. In the game, you caught him in the Lake of Rage. Red Gyarados. I've still got that on my Pokemon game now.
Number 7.
Seven. Number 7, for me, Butterfree. Back in Gen 1, again, when if you play Pokemon Yellow, when you first went into Viridian Forest, you literally had no Pokemon that could defeat Brock. Obviously, I know you could get a Mankey, but say you didn't get a Mankey, or you didn't want a Mankey, or you forgot, then what was the best choice? Well, you'd go in there, you'd catch yourself a Caterpie, you'd get him to level 10, and he would turn into a Butterfree. Butterfree had Confusion. I used to use it to lay waste to Brock. Absolutely lay waste to him. And then he learnt loads of status moves like Poison Powder and Sleep Powder, and he'd get Mega Drain, and he'd get life back. Oh, he's such a badass. He's a butterfly. He's a badass butterfly. And I'm still emotionally scarred from when I was little when Ash released his Butterfree to Back to the Wild. Because that is like the one Pokemon that Ash has never ever seen again. All the others come back. Pidgeotto comes back now and again. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charizard. They all come back. But where the hell is Butterfree? I want Butterfree to come back one day. I love that damn Butterfree. Butterfree, yeah. Number 7, I love him. Great bug. It's probably the best bug type for me in the whole Pokemon game, apart from probably Heracross. Heracross is powerful as well. But Butterfree. Okay.
Number 6.
6, okay. Number 6 is... Let's just let him stop faster. Number 6, we actually have a newer Pokemon here, and it is Greninja. Come on, look at him. He looks like a badass. He has his tongue around his neck like a scarf. He's a dark and a water type. He is a ninja. I mean, he's a freaking ninja. absolute badass. He's in Super Smash Bros, which I know shouldn't probably... Well, it does. It matters, because he's in Smash Bros, and I love beating him in Smash Bros. He's so awesome in that. He can disappear and jump and do moves. Some of his moves are badass. He's a really good starter, and he's really quick, and he's really good to take down Psychic Pokemon. And, obviously, he's really good. And he looks so cool, and he's shiny, he's black and red. He looks cool. Anyway, yeah, number 6, Greninja.
Number 5.
5. I don't even say 5, can you? Number 5, back to the Gen 1. Back to the mean streets of Gen 1. Snorlax. Doesn't need very introduction. The big, fat, lazy Pokemon. I mean, look at him. He is what everyone wishes they could be. He spends his whole life sleeping and eating, and he still kicks all of the ass. He kicks ass. He is the tank your team needs. He can take so much damage. People love going for him, and he takes so much damage. He's got really good moves. Giga Impact takes a lot of life. Obviously, he's got to recharge, but he's great when he's asleep because he can still fight when he's asleep. He can use rest to put his life back up. I'm talking about the games, obviously. He was also in the anime too when Ash caught him. He obviously gets in the way. He's a big fat Pokemon. You have to use Pokeflute on him. Oh, but I loved him. And pretty much every gen of game, I think I've had a Snorlax because Snorlax is the perfect Pokemon. He's normal, great Pokemon to have in there. Good at putting him to sleep. He yawn, sleep. He's got sleep. Snorlax, the tank.
Number 4.
And now this is where everyone says, obviously, like I did to Dave, but he's in my top 10 because, I mean, he's a fire dragon. I mean, come on. He is one of the coolest Pokemon, and he was there at the very, very start. It's Charizard. And I mean, as time's gone, he's only got cooler. Look at the X-Evolve. Looks so awesome. He is black and blue. I mean, they've clearly just made that specifically for Charizard. He's got fire coming out of his mouth. He looks really awesome. He now is a dragon type and fire type, isn't he? He's not flying. He's flying, dragon and fire. And then you get the Y type, which I have. I have Y, and I really like him in Y because he actually looks like an evolve of Charizard. He's got blades on his arms. He's bigger, redder, oranger, whatever. But he is still flying in dragon, but he's really powerful. I like him. I must be one of the only people who prefers Y to X, but I really like him. I think he's great. I prefer the Y Mewtwo to X Mewtwo too. Huh?
Number 3.
That's what I did for free. I've got a good story for this one. When Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum came out, I had 3 friends who were also getting them too with me. 2 wanted Dialga, the Dialga box, so they bought Diamond. 1 who really wanted Giratina to be part of the story, so he bought Platinum. And there was 1 legendary left standing that none of them wanted to touch because he was pink. Palkia. He is a badass. I love Palkia. Water and Dragon. I know there's loads of dragons. But he's so powerful, so good. He's got some really good moves. I liked him. I still keep him. He's really strong and he looks really cool. So I picked Palkia. My friends didn't want him, and then I showed them the error of their ways. Palkia. Badass.
Number 2.
Second gen. Awesomest legendary. First name that comes to mind. Lugia. He's a giant bird. He's psychic. He had a move called Aeroblast. Oh, that was so cool. I loved him. It was so hard to get. He had to go through all the whirlpools and all that stuff. But yeah, Lugia. Great Pokemon. He looks huge. He is powerful. He's still really awesome today from Gen 2. I still use him a lot. But I know a lot of people like Lugia. My number 1.
Drum roll, please.
I thought you were going to say number 1, but okay.
Number 1.
Ganga! I mean, Gen 1, I loved him. I mean, good story with this. Kind of like a bit like the Gyarados, but except my friend had a Haunter, and I think he got him to like level 44, 45. Could not get him to evolve. Was annoyed with him, and I managed to get him to trade him for one of my Pokemon because I really liked the Ghost Pokemon. I thought they were so cool. I didn't mind keeping him as a Haunter. No one knew because obviously we didn't have internet just to check up. Didn't mind. Traded me, and what happens? Boom! Evolved into Gengar. Did he want him back? Oh, you boy, oh, did he want him back? Did I give him back? Hell to the no. Gengar. I loved him. Put him to sleep. Dream Eater him. So cool. He looks cool. He's like the Antique Fairy. He looks evil. He is evil. He'll lick you. He'll batter you. Oh, Gengar. And now his shiny Mega Evolve is so cool. It's like white. And his Mega Evolve in general is awesome. The third eye. Love Gengar. Gengar is my number 1 Pokemon. Always has been, always will be. Gengar.
Thank you for watching. This has been Sam's Top 10 Pokemon.
Look out for more videos soon. If you want us to do any different top 10s, let us know. Let us know what top 10s you want us to do, or give us some ideas of what your top Pokemon are. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and see you later, people!